of attention in the press.
It is getting a lot of attention in the press, but it's not getting as much as you would think. It's on the front pages of some papers, but I guess they're waiting until she gets back to France to have more in-depth coverage of it. It is on the front page of Le Figaro today. They're very factual. They say that Mexico's Supreme Court has released a Kessé, and inside they go into a lot more detail into this, what they call this 7-year political legal soap opera. Aujourd'hui en France, meanwhile, takes a look at how the Élysée Palace has dealt with this whole situation. And it points out that former French President Nicolas Sarkozy had made Kessé's case into kind of a personal battle, much to the annoyance of Mexican authorities, especially former Mexican President Felipe Calderón. For instance, back in 2011, Sarkozy had dedicated a festival on Mexico to Florence Kessé. This had led to the Mexican government pulling out from the event and really chilled relations. Now, both presidents have since been voted out of power, and according to Aujourd'hui en France, this may have helped unblock the situation. According to the Élysée, a lot of this is due to Hollande's new strategy. To quote one of the advisors there, he says, "This is proof that diplomatic and baby steps, a strategy like that, works better than an explosive one that's in front of the cameras."
Who can say? Well, sticking with Aujourd'hui en France, they've got an exclusive report on the conflict in Mali.
That's right, especially on the jihadist groups that are fighting in the north. According to Aujourd'hui en France, they have a lot of hidden arsenals, and they're better armed than people originally thought. Aujourd'hui en France has satellite photos, actually, where you can see that they're tanks and ground-to-air missile launchers. And they, according to Aujourd'hui en France, they reportedly took these arms from the Malian army when they took over the north, and also from Gaddafi's arsenals in Libya that were ransacked during the war there. Now, according to Aujourd'hui en France, the army is very much on guard, knows that it shouldn't take its enemy lightly, and to quote one of the military sources, they say these Islamist groups have become media experts. They release these photos where they're in sandals. They appear completely unprepared, but you always have to be on guard.
Okay, well, moving to something different now. The left-leaning paper Libération has a report on France's richest man, the boss of LVMH, Bernard Arnault.
Bernard Arnault and his Belgian secrets on the front page of Libération today. See a photo of very mysterious looking.
Shifty there.
Very shifty, yeah. Now, according to Libération, he's been getting a lot of attention recently because he tried to get Belgian nationality, reportedly, to escape France's 75% tax rate that we hear about all the time. Now, according to Libération, he actually has transferred most of his personal wealth to Belgium already, and he did this back in December 2011. Now, Libération points out that this was thanks to a very complex legal scheme that it outlines in detail. Now, why did he do this? According to Libération, on the front, it's to ensure a smooth succession of his empire to his 5 children, because in Belgium, the system is a lot easier and you don't have to pay as much taxes. But Libération wonders, what does this mean for the future of the luxury brand? Is this made in France brand's future in Belgium?
We will have to wait and see. And yet another person hopping across the border. Finally, Le Figaro has some quite surprising revelations about the prostitution ring that the former IMF boss Dominique Strauss-Kahn is alleged to have been involved with.
That's right. We haven't heard from him for a while, but he's back in the press.
Again.
Le Figaro had access to a legal document that validates an investigation that was carried out by judges into this affair, the Carton affair, as it's called here in France. So just for a reminder, these allegations center around the Carlton Hotel in Lille. Now, prostitutes were allegedly supplied for customers there, and the prostitution ring allegedly involved high-flying businessman and Dominique Strauss-Kahn, allegedly. Now, according to this legal document that Le Figaro got their hands on, it has serious proof that Dominique Strauss-Kahn was not only involved in this ring, but actually one of the organizers. Now, meanwhile, Dominique Strauss-Kahn's defense team says he did participate in these parties, I guess you could call them, but he didn't know that he was dealing with prostitutes. Now, this legal document does open the door to some sort of a trial, and those involved could risk up to 7 years in jail.
Okay, well, the case continues. Thank you very much indeed, Florence, for that look at today's French newspapers. Let's get a reminder now of our top stories this hour.